Hello everybody, CritCrab here with another story, this one about a player that was about to be finished by a black dragon, only for it to end in a nice and peaceful therapy session. Also, please watch till the end of the video because I have a fun little thing you might be interested in at the end. But before we go into that, I want to plug our generous sponsors, Grim Hollow. Prepare to embark on a dark journey in the grim-dark world of Grim Hollow, a new campaign setting for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Besides a beautiful map packed to the brim with deep lore, expertly done world building, absolutely beautiful art, and a gripping campaign, it goes the extra mile with updated game mechanics like new curses, spells, transformations, and feats that transform your regular game of D&D into a true grimdark experience. If you want something that cuts a little deeper than the more traditional tales of gold and glory, then you have found what you're looking for. You can get the PDF, sure, but you can now order a hardcover copy via the link in the description. That aside, roll post. Before we begin, a bit of background. We're playing through the Tyranny of Dragons arc. At the moment, we're at Hoard of the Dragon Queen, if not mistaken, and our party consists of a druid lizard folk, me, tiefling barbarian, shifter cleric, elf ranger, another elf wizard, and a human rogue. TLDR at the end. This all takes place in Dead Man's Mire. About one night after a particularly unfortunate encounter with some ghosts during which we have lost an annoying yet strangely endearing NPC, our band of misfits decided to camp on a small hill. Our cleric cast Leomun's tiny hut as we know the entire mire is the territory of a black dragon. Sometime after we start our long rest, the ground starts shaking as something massive approaches the very well-hidden tiny hut. You guessed it, it's the adult black dragon that we were desperately trying to avoid. The dragon, however, does not immediately attack us, as we learned shortly after that he could not see the party while we were in the hut, and instead addresses us. My druid decides to respond, and what follows is a short exchange during which he tried convincing the dragon to let us pass through his domain. And in exchange, we will share any and all riches we find in the castle we were headed for, currently under the control of the cult of the Dragon Queen. Eventually, we all left the hut as the dragon was getting irritated for not seeing us. Sadly, for us at least, the dragon had little interest in gold and demanded that we entertain him. My druid, misguided by a prophecy implying that he's some sort of lizard folk messiah, decides to try and imitate the worm by using dragon fear. By some miracle, the dragon fails the wisdom saving throw and is momentarily thrown off guard. Problem is that this also reveals to him that my character is an ancient enemy golden dragon that once nearly destroyed the black dragon and his brother. Wait, brother? As the black dragon prepares to dispatch his old foe, the ground once again shakes, and a second adult black dragon erupts from the ground. Needless to say, as the two worms are about to make us dragon chow, we book it, or at least try to, and pelt them with the occasional spell/arrow for good measure. And to further impress the hopelessness of our situation, the wizard's familiar bailed on us. I know this is a bit of a shocker, but things don't go our way. My druid and the NPC guide that we had are one-shot almost instantly, fortunately not outright killed, and our barbarian ends up in the jaws of one of the dragons. Fortunately, the rest of the party starts to get away somewhat successfully, until one of the dragons casts a spell that caused the nearby river that we needed to cross to swell. The rogue is swept up by the water immediately, but after some well-placed healing from the cleric, my character is back on his feet, but barely so, and so is our guide. With some fey intervention, the barbarian also manages to get free of the dragon's maw. As we are all making it to the relative safety of the woods, the dragon that originally found us cuts the escape path for our cleric and ranger, and that's when the sheer epicness and hilarity ensues. As the beast prepares to annihilate our friends, the cleric is just like, "Why are you doing this? I feel it's unfair to target us like that. Why are you so angry? Do you need to talk? Because I'm here if you need to." The DM asks us for a persuasion check, and I kid you not, the cleric, with her charisma mod of +0, gets a 20. All of the players in the party erupted in cheers. We were unable to continue for at least a minute while we were all laughing at the sheer absurdity of the situation. The dragon then opened up to her about how he's worried of losing his land and that he just really needs to be on the winning side, just once. He also confesses that our cleric has a very calming aura about her, and he goes and stops his brother from eating the barbarian. TLDR, we are surrounded by 2 adult black dragons that are about to wipe the floor with us until our cleric invokes her inner psychologist and gives one of the dragons a therapy session. End post. The DM that ran this game seems really talented. I'm a little jealous of his ability to think on his feet while also giving even the monsters personality. This DM needs to be protected at all costs. But the players, and especially the cleric, also sound like really fun people to play with, and really deserve some props for cultivating an environment that allows situations like this to play out. All in all, I rate this group 10 out of 10, but it doesn't stop there. I'm gonna be really bored today, so leave your shorter glory stories in the comments and I'll rate as many as I can. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more stories just like this one. Till next time.